start my PowerPoint. Let me brief about the budget and what's happening across the globe in terms of economic development. Of course, some geopolitical issues, they are disturbing day-to-day basis the economic development of entire globe. To start with some small chutuku. My dear students, teachers and general public. Here general public are very less, but there are people. Are your budget announcements, confusions, chronic? Do not panic. This is SDM, Economic Cell Budget Clinic. Here we will present you budget tonic. I am CASS Nayak. Why I say this? In all my business tonic episodes, have you seen business tonic? Last year I think the first MBA students, I have briefed you. Are you aware about business tonic program in Namakudla channel? How many of you are aware? Since you are management students, you should know about everything. Japa for master of at least one. Japa for master of one, not none. Okay. If you see the business tonic, all these episodes are uploaded in our YouTube. If you see, you will get every knowledge about anything you ask. It is like a encyclopedia. You will get knowledge about GST, knowledge about income tax, knowledge about budget. On budget, we have done 3 programs so far. First, budget countdown. Next, budget analysis by 3 experts. Then, direct and indirect indirect taxes proposed in this budget. 3 episodes we have already done on budget in business tonic. We are giving tonic to business people. You should also take proper tonic. Day before yesterday, I have seen in many newspapers, 50% of the educated people in India are not employable. I am not talking about they are not employed, they are not employable. Why it is? It is mainly because your studies are restricted to only textbooks. In many institutions, they teach, they disseminate knowledge within 4 walls of classrooms. Whereas you should be very lucky that by conducting many guest lectures and other programs in SDM Institute, they have converted 4 walls classrooms into knowledge enhancing classrooms. Instead of classrooms, they have made knowledge enhancing classrooms. So, you are not given big hand to the institution, not for me. Big round of applause you should give the institution. I think yesterday there was budget presentation also. I heard that 23 batches were there, presenters. I should congratulate all of you for involving in that budget presentation. Okay. Hegittu budget? How was the budget? If you ask opposition people, they tell, Uppu Khara Huli illada budget. Huli illada budget. Opposition party. Any opposition party in any budget they say, Uppu Khara Huli illada budget. Then, ruling party, what they say? It is an excellent budget. Before announcement announced by FM, they started a page buddhiliki surmartaru. They welcome without knowing about what it is there. That is the problem with the ruling party. So, somebody should be there to give unbiased analysis of the union budget. There are three types of budgets prevailing in our country: central or union budget, state budget, and local authority budget. Okay. In 1924, British India, they started railway budget. Railway budget and general budget, two budgets they used to present since 1924. But with effect from 2017, this system has been done away. The then finance minister, late Arun Jaitley, he started, that is Sayukta budget, that is combination of railway budget and general budget. Since then we are continuing the same system, like August 15th Independence Day, January 26th Republic Day, we can call February 1st as Budget Day. Why we have to call this as a Budget Day? Because now for the last several years they have the system of presenting the budget on February 1st itself to avoid that encroachment of time, because by the time if they pass this budget into Finance Act, it will take lot of time. To avoid this, by the end of March 31st itself, they will try to enact this budget finance bill into Finance Act so that they can start implementing the budget announcement from 1st April itself. So what is the size of this year's budget? Can anybody say? What is the size of this budget? The size of this budget is 39.54 lakh crores. The size of Indian budget is 39.54 lakh crores. This 39.54 lakh crores, approximately we can say 40 lakh crores. In spite of our pandemic situation for the last 3 years, 1920, 2021, now also the situation is, ongoing situation is that third wave is not complete. Many, they have mandated us to wear mask also, social distance, using sanitizer, all these things are continuing. Why India has not so hit like our other nations across the globe? Even our Doddanna of the globe. Who is Doddanna of the globe? USA. They are worst hit. The inflation is all-time high in US. That is around 7.5%. Even they may raise the interest rate by 50 basis points. Within another 1 year, they may rise to 1.5 basis points also. That is a matter of concern for entire globe, because if something happens in US, it will affect lot of economies in the world itself. Okay. So now total receipts 22, that is excluding borrowings, 22.83 lakh crore. In that 22.04 lakh crore is revenue receipt and 79,291 crores, very small amount, is capital receipts, maybe from disinvestment and all. Now I think this LIC IPO will happen before March. So last year that in disinvestment target 1.5 lakh crore, now we have reduced to 75,000 crores because of that reason. Okay. Then capital expenditure 79,291 crores. So you are aware about what is capital expenditure and what is revenue expenditure, no? So revenue expenditure is for entire day-to-day maintenance. Capital expenditure is for development. This budget, revenue and capital receipts and expenditure, there is a mismatch. Always there is a mismatch. Whenever there is a mismatch, what we have to do? We have to resort to borrowing. When borrowings are more, definitely it will affect our fiscal deficit. The ideal fiscal deposit, it is said 3.5 to 4%, but fiscal deficit over the years it is alarming. As fiscal deficit increases, our borrowings also increase. When borrowings increase, automatically interest on borrowings will also increase. Let us see the entire this one, that circle you can show. How money is coming and how we are spending it. Okay. Out of our total outlay, 20% is going for payment of interest alone. 20% is going for payment of interest. And only 15% and remaining, what is that, 15 plus 12. So 27% only for central schemes. So 24% is only for central schemes, 27% is state share of taxes. Then 8% is for subsidy, 8% is for defense, then payment of pension and payment of other expenditure. So where is the money left for development? Only 24%. With the 24%, what development you can do? That too, you are all aware now that freebies they have reduced in central budget. But state budget still they are continuing to extend these freebies. If you make freebies, what happens? It is a revenue expenditure. It will still increase the inflation. It will still increase the fiscal deficit, and it will not contribute for the growth. That's why in this budget they have maximum amount is earmarked for capex from 5.4 lakhs to 7.5 crore, 5 lakh crore for capex. Now where this money comes from now? See, this money comes from, see, 35% is from borrowing. It is a matter of concern. Sala madi, tuppatindi, alva. So that is the situation. Tuppatindle beku. Hana ille maadu. Sala madi, tuppatindi. So that is the situation. But 15% is from corporate taxes. That is from all companies taxes. 15%. 15% is from other income taxes. 30% is from direct taxes. We should applaud for highest collection of direct taxes during the current budget, the current year, not next year. In spite of all these odds, we have already surpassed the budget, whatever budget outlay in the 2021 budget, we have already surpassed. That really is a welcome move. Then definitely that this union excise duties and all 7%, then GST it is 16%, then non-tax revenue 5%, non-direct capital receipts that is only 2%. So that is miscellaneous. See, this is the situation how we are raising money for making expenditure. So let us come. We will discuss about first economic survey. What is economic survey? Can anybody say what is economic survey? What is economic survey? Arthika Samiksha. Can anybody say? You have 23 batches, you have presented the budget now. What is economic survey? Economic survey is nothing but it is a progress report of the current year. What has happened over this time from last announcement of the budget from 1st April up to now, and in which direction we are doing. That is economic survey. So once you present the budget, now and then we have to review also. So that is economic survey. In this budget, see, every budget they used to do halwa ceremony. You are aware about it? What is halwa ceremony? You are heard about halwa ceremony? When they start printing this budget materials, they conduct halwa ceremony. Once halwa ceremony is made, all finance department people, those who are involved, and all secretary of the various secretariats, they are also involved. They will be distributed halwa, and those who are directly involved in budget preparation, they will not be allowed to go outside until the announcement of the budget. They will be they will not have any connection with their family members, friends or anything, because that should not be leaked. There is a system. In this budget ceremony, they have not done halwa ceremony. That itself is one direction that in this budget nobody will get halwa. Okay? There is no halwa ceremony, means that itself is one direction that in this budget nobody will get the halwa. They have already given the direction. Correct now? Okay. But in spite of all these odds as I told, India is the fastest growing economy in the world with 9.2% GDP as certified by IMF, International Monetary Fund. World's fastest growing economy now, India. In the next budget year, that is 20 to 23, 8 to 8.5% growth also they have projected. Nowadays what they do is they always do conservative budgetary estimates and they always try to surpass the estimates. It's really good. Immediately after the budget, RBI governor has come out with the monetary policy. On February 10, see, you are all management students, you should be aware about what is monetary policy and what is budget, what is revenue expenditure, what is capital expenditure, what is GDP, what is primary deficit, what is fiscal deficit, what is budget deficit. All these things you should be aware. Madam, one program you can keep on this. I will bring expert panels from various sectors and they will explain about all this regarding our economy and the whole. You should all aware about it. Just by mugging up and presenting the budget will not support or will not help you. You should be aware about all these factors. So even in our program also we have done Indian economy versus global economy. Lot of programs we have done in business topic also. Being management students, you should know all these things. Then only you can understand what is the real what is there in the budget. Real GDP, nominal GDP, what is inflation, what is retail inflation, what is wholesale inflation. All these things you should be aware. Okay. In 2020, immediately after the pandemic situation, our finance minister has come out with 5 mini budgets. In between 5 mini budgets, because it is an extraordinary situation. So extraordinary announcements also came. 20 lakhs crores package was announced for revival of the economy. How much? 20 lakh crores. Out of that, 3 lakh crores exclusively earmarked for MSMEs. You are aware about what is MSMEs? What is MSME? Micro, small and medium enterprise. You don't have the definition has been upgraded now. MSME definition. Madam, you have to ask questions on this every class, one or the other. Like this topic you should keep first 10 minutes, you should discuss on one topic, then continue with other class. Definitely it will help all the students Because MSME definition also they have changed. Now almost all activities come under MSME except real estate and share market transactions and very few. Other than that, all transactions will come under MSME. Okay, let us start with the economic survey. I have already told this is the thing. Next. Time is very short. Let us not spend much time. Next. Start. Okay. This budget, 4 pillars of this budget. One is PM Gati Shakti, inclusive development, productivity, enhancement and investment, sunrise opportunities, energy transition and climate action, financing of investment. What is this Gati Shakti? What is the meaning of Gati Shakti? Can anybody else say here? What is Gati Shakti? See, Gati Shakti, the name itself signifies, Gati means speed, Shakti, Vegavardhane, the strength they are giving for the speed. What is this speed? See, the problem in India, our logistics cost of manufacturing comes to 40 to 15%. Whereas in China, it is less than 7%. They have created large manufacturing hubs. Now, since China has lost confidence post-corona, we are encashing that opportunity. FDI investments, many FDIs, they are showing interest in investing in India. We should create more and more infrastructure facilities. So that is called Gati Shakti. In October 2021, 100 crore Gati Shakti master plan has been announced by PM. 100 crores, not money, over a period of time. So once that is implemented, our logistics cost also will come down. We can be competitive with other nations across the globe for exports. Any country, if they make more exports and less import, definitely our economy will grow at faster pace. Correct? Okay, now our problem is we are importing inflation. Which is the main item we are importing now? Oil. Earlier we used to import only crude oil. Then we started importing both crude oil as well as edible oil. That is the sorry state of affairs. Both will hit our exchequer. Now, what is the price of the crude oil per barrel? Anybody say? Last but one bench. Stand. What is the crude oil price now? Just to please stand up. What is the crude oil price per barrel now? Don't know. Then you are asking him something now. Okay. Approximately $100. Just $100 per barrel. It is an alarming situation. It was as low as $30 per barrel in pandemic times because nobody was using fuel. Even edible oil also we used to import a lot. Then definitely edible oil prices also it shoot up. Then we have to pay we have to pay our forex for import of edible oil also. In this budget, we have addressed the issue in both import of oil and import of edible oil. For import of oil, they have taken a lot of measures like electric vehicle. Let us come back to that later. These 7 engines of Gati Shakti. This is roads, railways, airports, ports, mass transport, waterways and logistic infrastructure. If they channelize this infrastructure each other, automatically the cost will reduce. The commuting time is also reduced and lot of advantages we will get in reduction of production cost. Okay. Next, capital expenditure, as I already mentioned, they have increased the outlay by 35.4%. 35.4%, that is expenditure increase over the last 1 year. Last budget to this budget, 35.4%. 35.4%. They have increased the outlay in financial year 22-23. See, if they increase the outlay for capex, that will be checked on fiscal deficit. Why this check on the fiscal deficit? Because whatever investment you do on fixed assets, from fixed assets there will be generation of income. So it will not contribute to the increase in inflation. Okay, that is the main reason, increase in infra expenditure. And more they invest in infra expenditure, that money automatically will be distributed in other peripheral sectors. Many depending sectors like MSMEs, manufacture of steel, manufacture of cement, once they make the road, automatically demand for all these products will increase. Job creation will be there. That is the intention of investment more in capex. Okay, that is capital expenditure. Then ECLGS, that is emergency credit for micro, small and medium enterprises, that is extended. Another 50,000 crores is earmarked for emergency credit line guarantee scheme. It will be guaranteed by central government through National Credit Guarantee Corporation Limited. The premium on this loan guarantee will be paid by the government. No processing fees is levied, and as low as 7.4% interest they are charging, and soft loan 2 years holiday, up to 3 years repayment. That is, as on 29 February 2020 or 31st March 2021, whatever the balance outstanding in the loan account on that, 20 plus 10, in case of hospitality sector, 20 plus 20. Can you just say which are all the these hospitality sectors? Hospitality sector means what? Hotels. Sorry? Banking is not hospitality. Hotels, travel and tourism, aviation, all these sectors are hospitality sectors. Because of lockdown and other things, restriction on movement, all these sectors was badly affected. Definitely they have given 20 plus 20, 40% additional this, on the balance outstanding they are giving at soft loan. Okay. Then Gati Shakti, as I already mentioned. Next, PLI scheme. What is PLI? Production linked incentive scheme. For 14 sectors, they announced this PLI scheme. If they give that incentive for these 14 sectors, there will be huge investment from private sector. They are expecting 30 lakh crore investment from private people because of this PLI scheme, and 60 lakhs jobs will be created by this PLI scheme. See, production linked incentive scheme means 4% to 6% incentive on enhanced volume of production and sales. They are extending to various sectors. Okay, so that is the scheme. Next, As I already mentioned, 30 lakh crore investment is expected, 60 lakh job will be created. Next. These are all the sectors. Which are all the sectors selected for PLI schemes? 14 sectors. Already there, textile, pharmaceutical, all these sectors are there. You can study that, no problem. Next. Too many cooks spoil the food. Okay. No, you can go by step which I have done. Then states will be given 1 lakh crore. States will be given 1 lakh crore soft loans without any interest, repayable over a period of 50 years. So here state and central relationship will also enhance. Okay, state will be given 1 lakh crore, that their deficit is, fiscal deficit is allowed up to 4% of GSDP. GSDP means gross state domestic product. GSDP, state GDP. Okay. Then this fiscal deficit I already mentioned, and this current year it is 6.9% of GDP. Next budget year it is 6.4% of the GDP. By 25-26 financial year, they want to control fiscal deficit to 4.5%. Okay. Now LIC of India already public issue is expected. How many of you are having LIC policies? I think policy holders, they are getting some priority in the preferential allotment is also there. Okay. Next. Disinvestment. See, now Air India, who is the owner of Air India now? Tata. Who started Air India? Tata. Then it got nationalized. Since nationalization until now, disinvestment, every year it is making huge losses. Who will pay when there is loss? Government. If government does any business and if there is any loss, who will pay this money? It will go from taxpayers' pocket. Correct? It is an alarming situation that every day 20 crore rupees we used to lose from Air India. Every day 20 crore rupees we used to lose from Air India. Now thank God, 20 crore per day we have saved. Money saved is money earned. 365 days into 20 crore. Yearly how much we are saving? 7,000 plus crores per annum. That is the operational loss every year Air India used to make. Now onwards that loss is no more. Okay. So this investment, even though 1.5 lakh crore was envisaged, maybe because of various policy matters, various rules and regulations, they could not achieve this budget 1.5 lakh crore. Now they have revised that disinvestment to 78,000 crores this year, that is financial year 21-22, and financial year 20-23 they have just kept 75,000 crore for disinvestment target. Okay. Next. So I have already explained about NC GTC, that is ECLGS scheme. So as per their statistics, now 31st March 2022, 4.5 lakhs crores. Now another 50,000 crores they have announced. Altogether it will be 5 lakh crores by way of this soft loans they are going to increasing. Next, here already it is mentioned 20%, 10% for other sectors, hospitality sector 20 plus 20%. Those who are not already availed, they can avail now also. That has been extended to 31st March 23. Okay? But there are a lot of checks and balances are there. It is a matter of concern. See, before presentation of the budget, they call for pre-budget memorandum from various organizations, including the Institute of Chartered Accountants of India. Also, we are giving pre-budget memorandum to the Finance Minister. After presenting the budget, if still we feel that something is to be added, we can give post-budget memorandum. If they consider before enacting as a finance bill, finance act, they can add that post-budget memorandum things also in the budget. So here the problem is emergency credit. See, normally who wants emergency money? Those who are in trouble, correct? Here only the loan outstanding up to 59 days, SMA 1 accounts, they are eligible to avail this emergency credit. If your loan outstanding is 60 days or more, then you are not eligible to avail emergency credit. That is one weak point which is to be strengthened. One more thing is that 90 days NPA concept for MSME. Basel III norms, you are aware, no? Basel III norms in banking. So that is 90 days. If loans past due, whether the payment of interest or payment of installment, if it is more than 90 days, it will automatically become non-performing asset. So that also relaxation they could have done in at least by RBI. It is not done by central government, it will be done by normally RBI. So RBI, our governor, he has come out with monetary policy supporting the announcements in the budget. No rate change. He is confident that inflation will be curtailed and growth will be there. Definitely no change in rates, okay, repo rate or reverse rate, reverse repo rate, okay. Next, now what are the, how much time is left, madam?
15 minutes, sir.
15 minutes, okay, then I will go very quick. You go with that presentation, because this presentation will take a lot of time. See, sector-wise highlights. Let us go to sector-wise highlights. So it is very easy. Economy I already explained in that 5.54 lakhs to 7.54 lakhs. So capex increase is there. Then India's growth rate 9.2% during the current year. Next year 8 to 8.5%. PLI scheme I already explained. Then expenditure and deficit and other key numbers, that is I already explained about this and how that money is generated and how we are going to spend money, that is also we have given. Next, direct taxes. Let us come back to direct taxes. Status quo is maintained in tax rates and tax structure. There is no change in income tax rates in both old regime and new regime. Same status quo is maintained. Neither they have increased any taxes nor they have given any additional relief, except some small changes they have made that I will just cover the highlight. So in direct tax, this is not there in your It is there or not? Okay. Then you forget it, not necessary. Now direct taxes. So one thing is updated returns filing 2 years. 2 years time is given for updated filing of the return. Updated filing of the return, many people have misunderstood. It is not revised return. It is neither those who have left out to file the return. Some people for housing loan purposes, they want 3 years IT return. Then we can file and no, it is not that. Updated returns means if any income escaped while filing the return inadvertently, now you can offer it for the taxation by paying some interest, tax and additional amount up to 1 year and 2 years. They have bifurcated 25% extra if it is within 1 year, 50% extra within 2 years. That is the provision they have made. Then capital gain tax surcharge. Earlier, the surcharge on capital gain and all surcharge in case of individual HUFs, firms and AOP, the surcharge is as high as 37%. So the effective rate of tax is 41%, above 41%. Sometimes what happens if somebody wants to sell their property for some purposes, if they sell the property, one time money they will get, even though long term indexation is there, but long term gain, they end up in paying surcharge as applicable up to 50 lakhs, no surcharge, 50 lakhs to 1 crore, it is at 10%, 1 crore to 2 crore, it is at 12%, 15%, 2 crore to 5 crores, it is 25%, above 5 crore, 37%. Now they have made a cap on capital gains surcharge, they have reduced it to 15%. And taxation of virtual digital assets. Now crypto. How many of you are invested in crypto?
Nobody.
Okay. Now somebody asked me what is crypto. Here legally it is not permitted, but left, right, everybody is investing. Now for government also very difficult to control. Now they have come out with crypto taxation. If you make money, 30% tax you have to pay. That is the thing. Then transfer of crypto. Now 1% TD is also they have introduced. That is the two changes in crypto. Okay. Next, you should not misunderstand this crypto with the digital currency which will be issued by the Reserve Bank of India. They have announced it now. Digital currency is in lieu of hard currency, that is hard cash. Okay, but all other features will be same, and how they are going to introduce that all had to frame ideas, because given that governor has not announced anything about this digital rupee in his last monetary policy also. Then AMT for cooperative societies, they have reduced from 18.5% to 15% at par with the corporates. Corporates and cooperatives, they want to make it par. But income tax rates are still more for cooperatives. For corporates, new manufacturing companies, 15% is the tax for new manufacturing companies, that provided if they commence production before 31st March 2022, that has been extended by 2 more years now in this budget. Okay. Next, another is only a small gimmick, that is 14% employers' contribution to NPS, state government, central government at par. These are all not much changes in the taxation. Then 7% surcharge for 1 crore to 10 crores for cooperative societies for their income. So that is also good move. They want to bring at par with the corporates, except tax rates are not at par with the corporates. So 50% for new manufacturing companies, up to 400 crores turnover, 22% is that, and 22% and 25%, two types of tax rates are there. with conditions. Above 400 crores turnover, it is a 30%. So that is there for corporates now. Now indirect taxes, GST and customs, excise, central excise and all. This is indirect taxes. Lot of changes they have brought in the GST, in input credit availment. You have subject of GST in your this curriculum. Do you have GST in your curriculum?
One small portion of income tax.
GST. Okay. So I don't want to cover that much. It will be a not. Then customs duty on many items they have reduced. ಅವರು ಆವಾಗಲೇ ಹೇಳಿದಾಗೆ ಸೀಮಾ ಶುಲ್ಕ ಕಡಿತ ಮಾಡಲಾಗಿದೆ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿ. ಸೀಮಾ ಮೇಡಮ್, ಸೀಮಾ ಶುಲ್ಕ ಕಡಿತ ಮಾಡಲಾಗಿದೆ ಬಜೆಟ್ನಲ್ಲಿ. ಸೊ ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ infrastructure and manufacture we have already told, digital currency we have called. Then housing and urban planning, 48,000 crores is allotted for PM Awas Yojana. They are planning to construct 60,000 houses also. Then Har Ghar Nal Se Jal. So that is 60,000 crores is allocated and 3.8 crore households. Here, central government can ensure only Har Ghar Nal Se Jal, that local authority has to ensure. Okay. Water cannot be given by Narendra Modi. Only provision for water connection in the house they can do. So Har Ghar Nal they can do. Har Ghar Nal Se Jal with local government they have to facilitate. Correct, no? Now of course, linking of rivers it is also facilitated in this budget, by which 9 lakh hectares additional irrigation will be there. Then MSMEs and startups, 60,000 crores to MSMEs, they have earmarked. Then 80 IAC for startups. You are aware about startups? Startups. Have you started any startup here? Many incubation centers are there. You can get incubated under those incubation centers and you can have startup. Or Startup India portal if you go, there are terms, conditions. It is very easy. Within 1 month you can get recognition also under startup also, provided you should create additional employment or wealth creation. Especially some conditions are there. If it is fulfilled, you can start startups. For startups, 3 years, consecutive years, there is a tax exemption in 10 years. So that was there only up to 31st March 2022. Now they have extended by 1 more year. That is 31st March 2023. Agriculture, 2.37 lakh crore they have set aside for wheat and paddy, minimum support price. Then millet, Siridhanya, that is international recognition they are doing for Siridhanya. Then railways, 1 product, 1 station. So they want to promote for local production. In each railway station they want to promote this. How they are going to promote, let us see. It took up that roadmap is just drawn now. Details are yet to be there. Then digitalization in agriculture, that is drones will be introduced for pesticides, then land records, then crop assessment, which crop, which soil it is fit, all those things you can see. Then this budget they have given more impetus for organic farming also. Then finance and inclusion, digital rupee I have already informed. Then 1 lakh crore assistance to states. Then post offices. So 1.5 lakh post offices across the country, they will be under core banking system. So all post offices are like no banks only except heavy loans. Okay. So post offices will be upgraded. Then insolvency and bankruptcy code amendments also they will do to make quick resolution. Then 75 digital banks will be in 75 districts. Can you just correlate this 75 number? How it is 75? Why that 75 significance? Azadi ka Amrit Mahotsav this year, that's why they have done. Then there is a gift city in Gujarat where they are going to make international arbitration center. Because more and more FDIs, foreign institutional investors, if they want to invest in India, if there is any disputes, there should be quick resolution of the disputes. That's why they will come in. They are coming out with this in gift city arbitration center. Otherwise, you know that Malia case, still we are fighting in London now. Not yet, the outcome has not come. Now, healthcare sector, so it is a matter of concern. WHO, that is World Health Organization, as per their statistics, across the globe, out of 1% is mentally disturbed, depressed. So that's why they are coming out with the 112 aspirational districts with 95% 112 aspirational districts with the health and infra facilities, then 23 telemental health centers with the MIMANS as a nodal agency. Under MIMANS, they are going to make telehealth counseling at free of cost. 23 telehealth centers. Then telecom sectors, Halli 5G. Okay, 5G they are going to introduce to each and every nook and corner. They are proposing. Then fiber, optical fiber they are going to lay in all the villages also. So, in short, one more thing is that women and children, that Saksham Anganwadis. So, under that scheme, 2 lakh Anganwadis will be upgraded. Now they are going to plan ease of doing business and ease of living by the repealing 1486 union laws. Many laws which are old generation laws, it will be very difficult for today's situation to comply. So they are having around 75,000 compliances will be done away if they repeal this 1486 union law. So almost all defense, in defense, as already mentioned in our inaugural speech, so 68% of capital outlay will be for domestic procurement by defense. So this will give boost up to Make in India scheme. Then transportation including railways, 400 new Vande Bharat trains will be manufactured in next 3 years. Then 25,000 kilometer roadways. Presently we are laying 40 kilometers per day. It will be enhanced to 68 kilometers per day. This is roadways. Then renewable energy, that is green energy, for which green bonds they are going to raise for funding that green energy, because coal generated electricity is causing lot of pollution now. So they are encouraging more and more solar and wind energy, for which in PLI scheme 19,500 crore is earmarked for green energy. Travel and tourism, that is e-passport with the chips they are going to introduce. Then National Roadways Development Program under PPP model, that tourism it will add. I have already explained about this, what are the budget outlay. and year by year, in spite of all this pandemic situation, outlay is still 10 to 15% increase will be there. If need arises, they revise the budget also, as I already mentioned. As per economic survey, we will come to know what is the actual budgeted versus actual. Then they will revise also as per the budgeted thing. Last but not the least, one small chutuku I would like to say and complete this budget. Budget ಮಾಡುವುದು ಸಂವಿಧಾನದತ್ತ. See, under Article 112, every year government has to present its budget. It is like a budget is like a balance sheet of India. Okay, projected balance sheet of India for financial year 22-23. Budget ಮಾಡುವುದು ಸಂವಿಧಾನದತ್ತ. ಎಲ್ಲರ ಚಿತ್ತ ಫೆಬ್ರವರಿ 1ರಂದು ಬಜೆಟ್ ಖಾತ ಹಿಡಿದಿಲ್ಲ. ಈ ಬಜೆಟ್ ನಲ್ಲಿ ಹೊಸ ತೆರಿಗೆ ಎಂಬ ಬೆತ್ತ ಹಿಡಿದಿಲ್ಲ. ಈ ಬಜೆಟ್ ನಲ್ಲಿ ಹೊಸ ತೆರಿಗೆ ಎಂಬ ಬೆತ್ತ ನೋಡುವಿರಿ ಸುತ್ತಮುತ್ತ, ನೋಡುವಿರಿ ಸುತ್ತಮುತ್ತ ಆಗುವುದು ಅಭಿವೃದ್ಧಿ. ನಮ್ಮ ದೇಶ ಕಾಪು ಕಾಲಿಡುತ್ತಿದೆ ಅಭಿವೃದ್ಧಿ ಎತ್ತ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿ, ದಿಸ್ ಈಸ್ growth oriented, long term gain without short term pain budget. Normally there will be short term pain for long term gain, but this budget there will be no short term pain, but there will be long term gain. So many people are under the impression that all five states election is already started now. On February 1st, election was approaching fast. People are under the impression that many freebies will be announced. So on the budget day in one TV program I told, Pancha Rajya Galigilla Pancha Kajjaya. They have not given any Pancha Kajjaya for Pancha Rajya. It is a bold step taken up by our finance minister to contain the inflation. So inflation is all-time high across the globe. Now need of the hour, and to avoid stagflation, we have to make some stringent measure. You know what is stagflation? Lesser growth and more inflation. That is the stagflation. So that should not be the case. So let's welcome this budget with both the hands. We don't have any other option also. And let's prepare ourselves and prepare our nation for Amrit Kaal to Azadi Ka century, that is 100th year of independence. Thank you very much. If you have any question, you can ask. I will be happy to answer. No question?